Alive. What kind of pizza? What kind you eat?
Oh, I know that. We'll play with No, it's in the other pocket of my purse. No, it's not filled out.
Still there? She still there?
Here, they got it.
Yeah, today is the 5th. Yeah. What's it look like now?
Oh, it's better
Huh?
than it was the other day.
What is that? From chat. Or not chat, from Wi-Fi. So I gotta solder up my. Don't you around, are you? Ryan, what's up, buddy? Already. So I got my stack in, put in the ESC, and I tried to use the flight controller that was from the other one, and it wouldn't work. It worked, but it got hot. JD Quad, welcome. Jim, welcome. Oh, Reaper, welcome. I still Jim said Jeremy. I'm like, where's Reaper at? What's up? Yeah, it come on. It started motors and all, and then it was like it did like a kind of like a chime. It was weird, kind of like chimed out, not like a desync, but then it was like a. I was like, that's weird. But then it started motors, but then they cut right off, and it was getting hot. So Richard, welcome. So I think from the crash, it just did something to it. But it come with a flight controller and everything, so I'm good. I got that, and I got the Team Black Sheep stacking today. The Calibre V2 for the Rotor X 3-inch. Dancing baby. Welcome, welcome. The baby's got skills. So this is the first time, guys, on my channel, the Drone Network. Yeah. 149 shows, yeah. Different. Huh? Yep. So I've been working on like I said, the rooster today, and then well, it's the rooster phone, and then this guy. So I'll tell the story on this while we're online. This was sold on Facebook Marketplace as a Stingy V1 X Hover, but further looking at it, I kind of know the frames, I know like the original ones and like the clone ones. I do homework on them. So the original one, your standoff here, your part that comes through the frame, that is a hex instead of it being round like this one here. And then on the top plate, it says X Hover.
Dancing baby FPV said muscle.
Muscle FPV. Yeah, he just made an appearance, didn't he? So so that's what I come up with, and discovered that this is a Puda D240 frame. So with that being said, this had sticky skins all over it. It had the hazard skins all over it. And Stingy did sign it right here. It was signed by Stingy. So respect out of him for him. I went ahead and removed that off of here because we figured out that this is a clone frame. But yep, that's what I've been working on. So it had blue ends on it, and they were just a tip. So I went ahead and put soft mount on the motors and everything. And then I got this going here. This kind of goes here, and then the ESC kind of like fits in there, down there like that. It's kind of like a skid almost, I guess. As long as it don't make it too heavy. But I like kind of a heavier quad, so. And you can see the frame's real super shiny. That's because I C-Form will coat it the whole frame. So what I'm going to do is, you guys know over there to the park where I fly, I mean, everything's done. The camera, everything on this drone's done. Completely done. I'm at that pond over at Winter Place that I fly in. My goal is to fly in. And back. Hopefully it comes back out. I think it will. It's coated very well. But yeah, I got a little bit on my frame, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool. And I started scratching at it, right? And I was like, like, all right, well, let's coat the frame with it. And so I think it looks pretty good. Got that gloss. He said, Crystal, did you love me again?
I did.
What the hell is that supposed to say? Cry, tell
I was your 99th, baby. Your 99th.
99. Let me make sure I did. I'm almost sure I did. Pop here. You're the 99th. I'll be the 100th. I think I already did that. I'm gonna push the wrong button. Oh, watch this, JDS. Bam! I am your 100. I didn't push it. Oh. I thought someone was joking when they say you start your channel over. I guess he wasn't. Ed, love my drones. Welcome. Homie Paul, welcome.
Oh.
Drone Nagorfy. What's up, O? In the house. What's up with that Batman, Ed? You ain't got it up and going yet? You've been really mad if you saw what John did to Batman in a hangout last night. Woo, you've been upset.
We're doing good, Oliver. Mr. Crowley, welcome. Birdman, hey. Chris is attempting to multitask. You know how that goes.
Other than what I just got told, I wouldn't. All right, guys, I just got a text. You're not going to be seeing much of Mr. Gauss anymore. He's going to take a break. Sad. His mom just committed suicide Wednesday. So he asked me to share that with the community and just let everybody know. He said he didn't mean to bum everybody out on Friday night, but just so if you didn't see him around, you didn't think he just stopped. He gave up on everybody.
No, family
sad.
Shares in the highs and in the lows.
Exactly.
So you all keep Mr. Gauss in your prayers and your thoughts. I mean,
Sean, what's up?
That sucks.
Mr. Crowley.
It seriously sucks. So
it does really suck. Wow. He was just getting, well, I'm sure he'll get back in it when things let him in.
He's had a very high spot in his life, and
we're here for you, brother, if you need us. Kagan. Look, Muscle FPV guys. What? Thank you, Jeremy. You're awesome, brother. Thanks, Richard. Birdman, what's up? Mike. He said, "Oh, Master Crasher, Sean." I have to watch that flight. I still haven't watched that yet, the crash of it. Of course, I crash all the time, so I'm sure it's probably, well, not much different. Especially when you hit them in the ground, they just snap in half. That sucks balls. Thanks, Ryan. JD's is at 100. Man, you were over 1,000 before, weren't you? The Bandito come looking for you, didn't he? He found you. You had to start all over. Right, oh. You had any luck finding a little 3-inch yet, brother? I know I asked that, but I just asked that when people lose quads. It's like I'm hoping you're like, yeah, one day just the wind was blowing, it blew it right on my deck.
Ooh, Reaper got the receiver and the battery for his wing.
What? Yeah, I think was it? I think in Hotel California you said something. I thought I saw that. Yeah, man, you're gonna have fun when you get on that thing. That thing's fun. I was just talking to Richard Coggins today. He's the guy that got me into the wings. I'm gonna put mine back up. Can't wait. I was gonna do it when Ryan was down, but that wind was just but those winds we had, it would just been like it'd been like a lowrider video instead of flying. Yes, sir. It's definitely coming. I hear you. I just got my jet back together. It had a HGLRC stack in it, and now it's got the Mamba 20x20 into it, and it's got the Hyperlight cotton candies on it. Thanks to RDFPV, Ryan, he helped me with the build. Because I bought it from him, and then when it went bad, he just felt bad. And I'm just like, dude, it was just an HGLRC. You can't stop them from making junk. You know, just that simple. But this one's the 4-inch. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is okay looking. Like, it's fairly sexy, maybe. Ryan has the sexy one. He has the 3-inch, and I don't know the 3-inch, just the compact more look of it. That thing is sleek and clean looking. But the 4 inches, this thing is, oh man, it flies pretty much like a 5-inch. You don't feel really much no difference. I took it out the other day. No tune or nothing in it, just raw. It was all over the place from flying like the tune ones, and then flying, just going out with something, just seeing how it does. It feels so different. I almost took my ear off too the other day. That was not that. I heard after the drone went past. Come past myself with this is the Nova right here. Look, calm down, Jeremy. Calm down. It's a clone. I always mess with him. Josh busting all the time on that. I come past myself, so it's got that Lumineer. I don't know if you guys, any of you guys fool with it, but this is the clone of it, the Schizo Nova clone. Put some arm guards on it, soft mount the motors. Believe it or not, I know most people say this because they just, well, it's mine, I got it. I have built the original, and I've had this one about 80% apart, and I would have to say they did a great job on, the carbon and whatnot. Of course, I ain't smashed it into the ground too many times, so we'll figure all that out. Yes, that will come. But yeah, I'll come around myself. It's got the Lumineer Alpha 1 flight controller into it. It's kind of different. I think it might be for like racing, if that's even possible to have one set up just for that. But that's what it almost seems like. Like it seems like the freestyle part, it doesn't kind of like that a whole lot. When you flip and roll it, it just doesn't seem like it's like, it doesn't. So I come around myself, it was like, whoa! It was like, Woo! RC Funds, John, what's up? Christy, welcome. Chris, 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 Chris Weston? Okay, I thought that was the one we were just wondering who that was. Okay. John say, first time you're seeing the bandito, please don't contact me. John's always looking for that bandito. Green. Feeling green? Jeez, I wonder why. Cool. Oh, we got build it. I do like the frame. Now, I built Ryan's, the Lumineer. So, oh man, the frame, and then when I flown his, it was just like, yeah. It's something about the low profile, the way the frame's designed and whatnot. And I promise you, the only difference I see off of the original is it's got an SMA mount here on the top plate. The carbon is all the same thickness. What was it else? Something else. Oh, on the bottom here, you see the center hole. You guys got that, the real Nova. You'll notice the hole's a bit bigger. And then there was some different, what was it? Some of the patterns. I think it was either on the front or the back. The back was the same. The pattern up here, I think, was a little different. But it wasn't much off. And it flies great. I mean, it's a real nice flyer. So if you look at my camera mount, I was printing a session mount and it knocked it off and busted it loose. But I was like, you know what? You did just enough for what I need you to do. And it sets right in there. And then the strap over it. And then just strap it down and good to go. To Lewis, it looks like a dolphin, but Alvin, welcome. Earl RC. Night train. What's up, brother? Thing I feel train is always right, Mike. Yes, everyone has different feel for it. Exactly. But I'm telling you, if you go to buy a frame, and I know most people when they go to frames, they're thinking, well, I just gotta spend that $100 because I feel like it's worth it. You're gonna get the better carbon, you are, but trust me, you're still gonna break the frame. Either way, shape or form, you're gonna break the frame. I know 2 of the marmots so far it's broken. Lewis, the one you told me, and Vampire or FPV, I think it is. Yeah, Vampire FPV has broken one. Yeah, Bunny's down here. Go for his mouth. Okay, the Wild Willie. I got you, Dolphin. I was thinking. I the other day because Lewis is good. Lewis knows his frame, so I just gave him like this, like a snapshot of this right here. Where I was like, "What frame is this, Lewis?" And I didn't show him the arms because obviously, if you see the arms, that's a dead giveaway. Yep, that's a Nova. This one is a Skits No. Instead of a Skitzo, a Skits No. It's got good parts into it though. Zing motors. I say good parts, but I'll run this Lumineer probably a little bit maybe, and then I'm not even like sure, right? I'll put a Diatone Mamba 405 in it. I am a Diatone Mamba 405 junkie. Dano. I'll be droned. Plummet, what's up, brother? Plummet FPV in the house. Skits No Nova. See, Mike's got it. Exactly. And then I got the retrix instead of the remix. The Rooster, I don't know what we call that.
Alvin said it's a Skits Faux Nova.
A Skits Faux Nova. Just got done ripping. What? I didn't get out today. It's windy and rain here. That's me, Reaper. When it comes to the frames, I'm like, I get that, well, what holds everything together, but I will go out there and buy the knockoff frame faster than spending that money on the real frame. Trust me. Yep, y'all like this shirt? Check it out. Drone Bum. Check out his channel. Paul is good people. So I was in Long Island, New York. That is 3 or 4 states away. It's 4 states. 4 states away, and I'm in the back of a truck, and someone comes up and goes, MD95 TSI around anywhere? And it was Paul, Drone Bum. Thanks to RC Funds, John sent him up to where we're at, and then he seen me live streaming from Kings of Salo, and he come up there. It's pretty cool. And it kind of like reunited us, I guess, because when I was big into the camera birds, I used to hit and miss on his channel, and we used to hit and miss on each other's, checking each other's footage out. But then I went to like the dark side, and I kind of left the camera side alone. I want to get back out, but I want to film different things. I just feel like filming the same things and putting them out there. Installing a 4 gig update to GTA 5. Uh-oh, GTA 5. And Jeremy, we know yours is the real grinder. Or Nova Grinder. Yeah. So you got the grinders on yours. We got the grinders on the Reverb right there. I like them. They're 2450s. Nice. The Schizo Teal motors, you talking about the Lumineer ones? They're the ones that I put on Ryan's Nova, I believe. 2650s, I think. Thank God. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that printer is just like grr, 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 grr. Ears starting to come a little bit down now. Yeah, 2650s. Oh, 2650s. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what they're. Yeah, they're the ones then that I used on there. Yes. Yep, Ryan said yeah, okay. They were nice. I'll tell you, at first I didn't kind of like them. Well, it wasn't that. It was the frames. I noticed that even, and that was on the real one and the clone frame, that it had a difference. Thomas Gertis, welcome. So normally on I haven't been picking up too much or paying attention to it like on the ones I've been building, but now I'm running the higher KV motors. You kind of hear, if you guys know what I mean, you kind of hear that motor going through that arm, kind of like it's like I say like a growl, but it's not really. You don't hear like the kind of pew of the motor, if you get what I mean, because you kind of hear like that down it. But you put soft mounts under that motors, quiets it right up. So even on the Skitsno and the Schizo, it did the same thing. I'm not saying the carbon is the same quality, but it did the same noise. And then Ryan will tell you that he put I printed him some feet with soft mounts. He put it on, instantly gone, and I did it to this one, it was instantly gone. Yeah, I gotta get Dano back up and going. He broke his quad again. He's terrible on it. So I've heard before of the VCP ports falling off the flight controllers. I've never known of anyone to do it, but Dano, when he got it back, he plugged in the beta and then he just unplugged it. And he says he's always fragile on them and all that. And he wanted to go plug it back in later and was like, "Where's the port at?" And the port was still on the end of the cord. Like, that sucks balls. Yeah, Ryan, and the same thing with this one. It's gone now. Like you can actually hear the motors now, because these are the Zing 2450s. And then on the Rooster clone, I got I think they're 2750s. He said, "Dumbass." No, it happens. Hey, I've done dumber stuff than that.
Yep.
And be like, "Why'd I do that?"
And then have to come up and tell me what he did.
Yeah. So, well, how'd you do that? Well, just.
Although most of the time I was there watching, so he didn't have to come home and tell me what he did.
With this, I had.
Ooh!
the other day I had well, not the other day, I guess about a week ago, I had the power wires coming soldered here and coming up and plugging right in. So I went past the tree, whoosh, snatched it and ripped the pads right off the ESC. So I just got this stack in today in the mail. I tried to use the original flight controller that was with the one that got ripped off, but when I hooked it all up and powered everything up, it got hot. The flight controller got hot. So I think maybe hitting the ground, it just didn't like it. So I still got solder in just the camera, receiver, a couple little things. But this is the clone frame of the Rooster. I've done the ends all up red. Got the 2750 Zing motors. This thing's fast because if you guys don't know, these frames stock, they're like 30, a little better than 30 on the camera degree. And that's serious. So that's like pretty much that. And that makes this thing super, super fast with these motors. You see, we all, Chris.
Did you see what Thomas said? We got a new toy.
I got a new toy there, Crystal Justice. You want a Hubsan X4 Pro? Cool. What was the X4? Was that like the? Was that the one that you got? Yeah, the X4 Desire. Which one is it? Because yours is the FTD, the S or something. I think it is. Which one did you get, Thomas? Do you know? Is that what? Don't they have the S or the? Come on, John. You the Hubsan guy.
John's at a movie.
John, Hubsan guy.
John's at a movie.
Kenny, what's up? I take it you don't want and ate pizza and drank all the beer, right? Oh, that's what he wanted. What? Oh, that's sweet, Thomas.
Thomas got a good toy.
I thought you said the X4. I'm thinking like that
The
thing.
X4 Pro.
Oh, you got a real drone. Just remember what they like to do.
Nah, that's a good one.
Yep, it's black version. That's cool. Tyler, welcome. Yeah, I tried to flip close to the ground and bam, right into the grass. Uh-oh. Alvin flew. Alvin flew. Crashing. That's what's up. That's what you're going to do, Alvin. You're going to smash it into the ground. Right into it really hard. So, Ryan, I finally got Ryan going over to the acro. Remember, Ryan likes that angle mode. So this is going to be Ryan's acro bird. Y'all recognize it too. Alvin will. Straight basher. Shit storm it in the ground. You ain't going to hurt it. So that's what he's going to learn on. I got to put an antenna on it and get the VTX all mounted back up in there. Glorious. About 2. About 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I ate the pizza. Sorry. Dang, bro. Got some beer left, though. Well, I'd probably rather have the pizza, man. I'm going to go find another party or something. I'm kidding. Yes. Lewis knows these motors. JYU. Hornet motors. They are smooth, though. I tell you that. They got some bearings in them things. Really, really smooth. We'll get you back up and going. And then he's going to fly it and get some skills. And then I'm going to go down and visit him. And we're going to rip on his little parking flies. I know he's got skills. He's going to go right back to flying. He ain't flown it in a while. Once you get it, you're going to be right back at it. You never forget. It's like riding a bike. I want to see some Matty flips with the 5-inch. I can't even do the Matties. They're hard. I can accidentally do them, if that counts. Lewis is the Matty king. Order an Amway V1. Oh, are you ordering them? Sweet. There you go, bro. So you'll be ready by the time I come see you. All you got to get is your mustache then. Yeah, Ed, he was pretty bummed out. He called me. I'm like, look, get the parts. Call me when you got the parts. I'm coming to Mechanicsville, Richmond, wherever, and we're going to put them on. He's like, that's a long ride. I'm like, it doesn't matter. That's what we do for brothers when they need help. That's why I said it's a shame. My transmitter will turn on right now and fly that bird where I bound to it and set the switches. Mike said, Chris, I got 35 bucks from you. You got 35 bucks from BG almost. Boom, boom. I missed something up here. Oh, maybe not. Would you return something or get something, Mike, that was bad or something? New beta configuration. What is that, Lewis? Even if you rip off the USB from the board, you can use a UART to program your FC. Huh. Part refund on the T12. Oh, okay, a partial refund. Oh, okay. I knew I was thinking like the Bluetooth thing, but then I didn't know how that would hook up. He done ordered a Mamba now, so he gonna put the good thing into it. Look, Dan was like, I want to fly it. Hey, hook up the UART. Do you have to have like a special thing to do the UART, Lewis? Earl don't play games when it comes to money. You know why? Because it's green. That's okay, the dongle for it, right? That makes sense. And then soldered into the UART. I got you. And then go in and set the UART. Oh, they got a dongle. Lloyd Mendenhall, welcome. The Grumpy Blogger. Stopping in to say, appreciate you stopping in, brother. D12, what is he saying? D12 is fine, just took 2 weeks of trial and error. Now is that the new one you got, Mike? The one with the screen and all into it? I think Jim was talking about that one. He said it was nice. They're making some nice things. So on the, I have to check out that. I'm gonna do that. Just rip the VCP port off, or just act like you ripped it off and figure that side of things out, because that would be cool. I thought there was a way, but I just wasn't sure on how they did it. I thought the Bluetooth thing, but then I was like, no, I think they plugged something into the VCP port for that. So I said, it's like, it's not just one person around us with the knowledge. It's like all of us together. If one don't know it, the other knows it. That's what makes our community strong. Dano, wired up. Can't solder for shit, though. Come on. Get the big-ass magnifying glass out, bro. You can do it. Yep, the tan one. I call it pudding. Okay, Chuck it. What's up, brother? Welcome. Okay. Yeah, I hear him talking good things about that, Mike.
What?
Damn. So, like on your phone or something, you can't stream unless you have like 1,000 subs. What? The hell is that?
New rules.
Bill 2, welcome. Metro Drones. Yeah, Dano said I can solder the big shit. When it comes to that little stuff, give it up. Get the missus, man. She'll handle it for you. Like, hun, I just need this because I want to fly and just don't want to wait on my other stack. Yeah, as of yesterday. How crazy. Wow. What would, I wonder, what would that change? Or
Less live streams.
less live streams, I understand that, but I'm saying, I guess the bandwidth, cut the bandwidth back or something. Just new ways to screw people.
You can't figure out why people put rules into effect a lot of times. So
Yeah, I'm just like the rules. Can still stream from your PC. That's like a way of making people stay home, you think? Like, look, you kids, you ain't doing going outside. You gotta be home and stream. What you up to, Chuck? Did you made in that 6S Monster yet? I don't want to wait for a video. Can I have like a little snapshot video? Installing the new TVS Unify Evo right now. Yeah.
it's like Lloyd said, you can't do a live stream from your drone now without 1,000 subs. To mobile.
Yeah, you're true, Lloyd. Thing. That's awesome. Yeah, that's true. You're definitely not doing it from the drone now. Huh. I could. I'm good. I got like 14, so. I was going to do that once, but I wasn't sure. That would all go off your cell phone service, right? Like your 4G service or whatever. That's what I said. I have to be in like a good area. I'd love to do it off like the Inspire. Just to do it once. Say I did it. Till YouTube's like, no, now you have 10,000 subs. Okay. I don't know. That's just kind of different. You gotta have 1,000 subs to live stream from your phone. Mike said, what if you're at home with a portable device? Very true. Either way, you're not going to be able to do it, obviously, off of the app itself. Oh, now you know what? That's totally understandable then. I understand that. That was just pure chaos. I had a couple people like, I had that video if you want to see it. I'm like, no, that's okay. I don't care to watch that. Now, if you have a drone flying around doing some crazy stuff, that would probably be cool, but nah. I say that.
Exactly, Thomas.
No Birdman has
Ways around that. I'd say 107 has its perks when it comes to that.
Right. That's for sure. All you gotta do is look, Chuck's already got a way around it. This guy, that doesn't surprise me. John C, welcome. That would be interesting see if it works. Somebody try that has under 1,000 subs. Go to the like Chuck it's telling you to do. Go click on the desktop website, click desktop, and then see if it allows you to stream. I hear you, Thomas. Got that special Wi-Fi. 2650. What's Ryan saying? Yeah. You can use Wirecast also. Gotcha. Doing good, John. How you doing? There was one thing. A tank fire. Whoa. Not sure. I got you. Not sure how it works on the DJIs. Yeah, I thought that's cool. How like drone bombing them guys, they live stream like the sunset and all that. That's pretty cool. Working on studying for the final. There you go.
The end is in sight.
Yeah, right. End is in sight.
At least for this semester.
Chuck, I got that power cube in today. We are just talking about last night. This thing's pretty. Comes all wrapped up in nice bubble wrap. Of course, for what it costs, it should come with a whole bunch of this stuff wrapped around it. Should come encased in gold. And when you order it, kind of like it takes like a little bit because they kind of like build it, I believe. They see formal coated already, as you can see. Got the capacitors on there. It's got what's it? Two 2-in-1 ESCs instead of 1 4-in-1. And that's for the Rotor X. It's a 3-inch. I'm gonna run 5S onto. $125 stack. Crazy. They want too much money. But then they send it and say it only costs $52. So I don't know where the rest goes to. What the hell is it, Chris? I ripped the plug off the blanket, bro. Got 4 new silver. You're heavy-handed, Dano. Biker, welcome.
I'm just starting to wonder if Dano's calls are figuring what he thinks they are.
When I first started messing with the drones, coming from like working on the cars and all that.
Where's your box?
Oh, I was breaking stuff.
Where's your box?
It's put away.
I still can't believe you did that one.
It's put away somewhere. So I was working on my Phantom 2 up here. And so the plastic was kind of blowed out a little bit. It's kind of cracked. So I was taking pliers and squeezing the plastic back in, kind of heating a little bit and squeezing it back in to kind of get the fit back. The pliers slipped off the plastic right across the ESC and just, I mean, it ripped stuff clean off the board. I had a little box right here to remind myself about that, but I clean, well, not clean, built a new desk and all and put everything away, and I don't know where it's at now. Typical, right? I said mofo. Yeah, Alvin, it's going to be for this little guy here. And I do say little guy, it is little. It's for this one here. And this is only a 3-inch, tiny little thing. So 5S, it's going to be crazy fast on. And it already has a board in there like that. It has the power cube in there, but that is the V1 that's inside of here, and it's just acting crazy. Like, it doesn't. I'll get the screws out here. I'll show you. I got it.
Why does that one scoop so much more manual?
I think it's the way because it's freaking standing up. That one's louder just because it's down inside that hole like that. So I'm still printing parts for that Stinger frame. Not the Stingy, the Stinger. So it pops the top off. So as you see, it's got the stack in there already. That's the V1. No capacitors, no nothing on it. So
Mike says it wants to be in an Oblivion frame, Chris.
Mike, man, I know, dude. I almost reached out to you and was like, you trying to work out a deal for that Oblivion frame for that kind of, I don't even remember what frame it was now, 3-inch. I don't know, though, because, you know, that's the thing. This stack here, so with the 850 batteries, it'll fall out the sky when you give it throttle, but you can hold it in your hand and unlock it and full throttle and it won't cut out. So it's a weight issue for some reason. So I'm thinking in a 5-inch, this thing would be perfect. But then I was like, nah. And then I talked to somebody, and they said it's more or less not freestyle. It's like a long range bird. So I was like, well, I would be freestyling with it. And it kills me though, like, because I had the frame, and now I got 2 stacks, and I'm like, oh man, you know how bad I wanted this thing when I had that frame, and it was just out of reach. There was like no way of buying it. Like I'd have had to give up too much to buy it, and I was like, no, not happening. So I traded Mike. What was it? 2 receivers, I think. You get that stack, yeah, get it, brother. Gonna be worth it, maybe. But hopefully, like I said, this works fine and all that with no issues. If it doesn't, I'm just straight up getting on the phone, and they're gonna have to see what they can do with it. I get my shipping department on it. It's over with. Yeah, a couple of receivers it was. XM Plus it was. That's right.
They don't want that to happen.
That was a hell of a trade at the time because I needed them badly. I know, right, Alvin? This on 5S. Holy Jesus. Gonna be something. I think it is anyway. They have them on YouTube, people running them. It's the Rotor X Atom V3. The frame on that thing, look at it. It's thick as can be. And it's like all plug and play. Now these motors are soldered, because that's one thing that I first looked at. I said, uh-oh, it's got those quick connect bullet connectors. If you have a drone with these on there and you're having like rollouts and flips and stuff that's not, you know, intentional, then it's this part right here, because the bullet connector that goes in the end of this from the motor is a 2-piece, and the tip turns, so the vibration breaks connection. Let's see. Oh, listen to Mike. Stop playing, Night Train. That Oblivion is nothing, man. It's not. Nothing. You're gonna have me telling Crystal, I want to get one of them Oblivion frames. Like, well, you already had one. Like, Mike made me trade it.
I haven't seen Mike push your arm.
Oh, he didn't. I remember he said something. What was it? As soon as I got it, he's like, man, that's a nice frame. And then as soon as I need them receivers, he's like, done. But hey, it was worth it. Like I said, needed my receivers at the time. Now I think I only have
You got enough frames to build.
I got 1 bird without a receiver now. That's pretty impressive.
And you still got like 4 or 5 other frames. If not more.
I got frames over there, but I'm out of parts right now.
That's what I said. You still have other frames. You don't need another frame right now.
Not say out of parts, but I got motors there, ESCs. So I'm running out of wall space. More. I only need probably about 10 more. Then we'll call it quits for a little bit.
Who are you lying to?
You're the only person to get rid of it too. I appreciate it, Mike. You ever come to where you don't want to build it? You know I'm right there. But I'll put something on it. Well, they say it can't be broke.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, Chuck. I do. Because man, after the Flow Rider, woo, 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 give me the Glide, baby. Give me the Glide. I'm ready. And that's going to be the next one I buy, the Glide. And I'm going to buy the real deal. I'm not going to clone it because, well, Kebab does a hell of a good job on them. There's no need to go above that. And it's like, what, 60, 65 bucks. That's probably definitely as far as I'm be willing to spend on a frame. RC, crazy. What's up, brother? Mama said no.
Bob knows.
She don't mean it. I understand, Mike. Believe me, I know, brother. I wish I had enough parts to just say, here you go, build it, brother. And rip it. But I'm going to send this little thing to the moon a couple times. Yeah. And then I'm planning on running this one on 5S too. That's why I got to get everything right onto it, because I'll tell you the little bit that let me see, I had probably 2 minutes of a 5S flight, and it hasn't been good so far. So it's always sucks when you transition into something else. And 5S, really, you're not going to see much of a difference on this besides
When he went from 3S
sag.
to 4S, he blew up all kinds of shit. I told him,
All
when
kinds
you
of
go
shit.
from 4S to 5S, we're not going through that again.
And really, Joe was telling me, and he runs it all the time, so there's no doubt. He said I should have just skipped right to 6S. I was looking at the Stinger over there. It's got 6 SESCs. It's got the DYS F4, but I'm not crazy. Can handle 6S. But those Racer Stars are high KVs, so that's the only thing. And this is the same thing with the 5S. I'm not going to see much difference. Just battery sag like the 4S would give you, because these are 2750s. What?
Does 6S fly longer than a 5S?
Yeah, it flies longer because you lower the KVs. What KV did you just put on yours, Chuck? 1750s, I think you said. I have a flame wheel out there hanging on the wall, a DJI 330. It's got so it's 330 millimeter, and it has 960 kV motors on it. That'd be a badass thing for what? 6S, you maybe think? Yeah, 17. Okay, that's what I thought. I said 50s. I wasn't that bad off. Chuck's a boss. I gotta give it to him. He built a 6S rig while we were talking to him last night. He just takes, bang, plugs it right in. No smoke stopper, no continuity test, no nothing. Bang, plugged it right in. Boss mode. That's almost like an adrenaline rush, ain't it? If you guys ever built one, or the ones that have built one, you know. When you first plug in, it's just like, Where you at, Eric? What's your build at? You got them done? 5S, got them done, just sitting there in shelf mode, just sitting there looking back at you? Because we know you like red. Of course you like red. But Doogie loves red. But yeah, this thing, I could probably for sure run 5S on it. I'm almost positive it would handle 5S. But these motors are, I'm going to need glasses for these. My old eyes, they can't do it. I say old eyes. Richard's like, screw you, Chris. These are, no, they're only 25, 42 kVs. Ain't that like a weird number? 25, 42 kV. .0, it says. But like if you were right here earlier, this one's shiny. Everything is C-formal coated in it. The frame and everything. This thing could probably, well, I'm not gonna say it, go in some salt water and come back out, because but I plan on dunking it in the pond over there where I fly at, just to see for shits and giggles how it works out. Should do it with the Lumineer flight controller first, right? Right, and you can fly a long time. Joe does. Joe flies his ass off. Plugs it in. It's like, he's like, I'm tired of flying. That's some hot glue or something on there.
Imagine that, hot glue.
No, it's actually not glue. It's C-formal coating. It's on the, just a little, like a little bump on the bottom of the motor. So when I turn it, just brush the here.
Alvin's right. Looks like a yellow jacket.
Does, doesn't it? Yellow jacket. And guess what? Well, it's a Stinger instead of a Stingy. So yeah. You're all 6S now. Look at you.
If he was going to do it, you know he was going to do it right. And it's either one of those go big or go home. Chuck's going big.
Just because you build it don't mean you can fly it, though.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
He's gonna go hard on his maiden now. Just, I'm gonna show Chris's ass.
No,
I like Chuck's flying style though. By the seat of his pants, just rips that bitch. Don't care what he bounces off of. Corrects it. That's the way to fly. Just go out and just don't. Because I find myself, if you start thinking, you get in trouble.
Dano just got that mamba stack.
What? Just got the mamba. Yeah, yeah. Still gotta convert my 5-inch Alien to 6-inch.
Yeah, Alvin,
So
I
all you
think
did
that
was
would
get the
hurt.
arms, right, Chuck? I think that's what I'm gonna do with that one frame I got that said I should do with it. Turn that into a 6-inch. That remix frame right here, that's all right, but if you got to turn the battery sideways, I kind of bought that frame like really liking it because I've flown it on liftoff, and then it's just like no. And I say the remix frame, it's not the oh my god, it is the oh my god, you brought a clone. That kind. But
6S is the biggest right now, right?
no, they have what? Well, for the drones, I think yeah, but for like X class and all, they're running like 12S and stuff like Dano just said. Yeah, they're running for I think for pretty much what we're running right here, 6S is. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you have never saw a 6S battery on these, it is a big ass battery. It's like I'm ready to fly, guys. Like Jesus Christ, your battery can get any bigger on the battery. You ought to see some of the batteries Joe puts on his rigs. They're just like
Night Train said now they're using dual packs to achieve even more.
yeah, exactly right. I've saw that. Yep, Mike. So well, soon they'll come out with probably some 8, 10S. That's freaking crazy. 6S times 2.
Newfound drones.
Bill, Newfound Drone Productions. Welcome. Shannon, what's up? 18-inch race quads. I know, right? The X Class, man, but they're expensive. I'd like to have one. That would be a crazy shit flipping and rolling one of them things. Bob's and my car runs a A12 E2. Holy shit. Boom, boom, boom. 1,000 milliamp, not much bigger than the OS. Oh, okay, so go smaller in the milli. I got you. That makes sense. Not much bigger than those 4S. I thought they were kind of small when you were showing them last night. 1,000 milliamps. That makes sense. What?
What Dano just said.
1,100. That's not bad for an X Class though. When they like thinking the frame alone's like 350. If you build like one like Zoe and them were doing, you're in the like I think $3,000 stage. You're like selling your car stage. Where'd your car go, man? Oh, I got this nice quad here.
That I can only walk to places and fly.
Walk shit, I'm flying it. You could pick yourself up, probably fly it one, then put the right harness on. Not me, but
No, hell no.
I can take Acro out for a ride. And I got like I said, 330 millimeter flame wheel. That thing would be pretty cool to run around Acro. Yeah, Richard Ford. Next big purchase. For your new mirrorless camera. A gimbal. Someone messing with you. You think some
Yeah, I think somebody's definitely switched out Bob's Pepsi because he said my quad runs a 12-volt 1,000 cc deep cycle marine battery.
big ass
I have a
drone.
solar panel on it too. I think somebody's messing with Bob's Pepsi.
He said, "Oh shit, that's my boat." It's got a prop on it. Well, no, you said 4 motor, so it got props on it. Yep. That's what time it is. That changed. Put the name on the map.
Acro truck.
Did they come in?
They for your check.
Hey, bud.
What you doing?
You gonna jump up there? Get ready to go up and see Crystal, we think. Nope. All right, ready? It is news time, guys.
It is.
New cannabis dispensary. Oh, now he come up and see me. Oh, he,
I just wanted to stop by.
and that's why he gets his name Acro. Comes up to this leg, runs up across my chest, and down off the other one.
What's doing?
You trying to get my attention, I think? Okay, well, it's news time, so let's go see what you're getting into. Come on. Let's go see what we can go find and get into. Ready?
Gonna keep Daddy busy.
You ready? Or you want to get in the chair? You want to take over the show? Go. Go. Hey. Oh, look, there it goes. So I'll switch chairs. All right, come on. Let's go get something. Come. Come.
When you live with a house bunny.
News.
All right, guys. In news this evening, drones could be the future of weather forecasting. Meteorology professor and drone researcher Philip Chilson has a vision, and it goes something like this. A network of 30-foot mesonet towers is stationed throughout the country to sample air pressure, temperature, humidity, wind speed, and direction. There's also a complementary network of ground stations, both autonomous and manned. Every hour or two, the stations will launch drones that can fly up to a mile or so and take measurements inside the Earth's energetic and extremely complex boundary layer, a region not easily studied using current technologies. This helps build a vertical profile of the lower atmosphere. That data will be fed back to ground stations, then ingested into forecast computer modules. When a drone sniffs out an approaching storm or some threatening disturbance, more vehicles will launch. An intelligent swarm of drones that coordinate with each other on how best to interrogate that region of the atmosphere, gathering more data, still feeding the models. Smaller, expendable winged drones are dropped into the gathering storm, flying around in a controlled manner to collect even more samples before they're ultimately destroyed. All those measurements, combined with others taken by research aircraft, weather balloons, or Earth-observing satellites, give meteorologists a fuller and more accurate picture of a weather threat, and people in its path the information they need to best respond to it. How long before this vision could become a reality? I'm trying to think how to say this without letting myself get too excited and make a false claim, said Chilson. It's gonna take a while. Chilson has been doing cutting-edge research into drone use for meteorology at the University of Oklahoma for years now. But unmanned aerial systems, or UAS, show promise in more than detecting, forecasting, and tracking tornadoes, hurricanes, or other severe weather. Their atmospheric data could be used by agribusinesses to better for crop management, for instance, or to help firefighters detect shifts in the wind patterns of wildfires and keep out of harm's way. And if consumers ever expect to have a 2-hour drone delivery one day, it's vital to know the weather conditions close to the surface. There are a lot of opportunities, said Chilson, and we'll just have to figure out how to grab the tiger by the tail and hang on. Chilson is set to talk about the potential for drones in meteorology at a free public presentation at 7:30 p.m. at the Virginia Air and Space Center in Hampton. His appearance is part of a monthly Sigma lecture sponsored by NASA Langley Research Center. Melody Avery, a research scientist at NASA Langley, recommended Chilson for the series. His pioneering work with UAS represents an important emerging technology for tackling the tough problem of getting enough weather data into the lowermost atmosphere near the Earth's surface. His topic is especially timely, she said, because April is Earth Month. NASA Langley has been working for years to make drone flight safer, not only for automated weather measurements, but also over populated areas, which would help enable consumer drone deliveries. In its new Autonomy Lab for Intelligent Flight Technologies, or ALIFT, serves as one test bed, and its test ranges include the city environment for range testing of autonomous integrated navigation, or CERTAIN. In meteorology, drones would fill up an important data gap, according to Chilson. Radio sound instruments launch on weather balloons into the upper atmosphere twice a day, he said, but spend only about a minute in the boundary level. And satellites offer data on winds, cloud tops, the locations of storms, and sea surface temperatures, but have no great capacity for sampling the lower atmosphere. The National Academy of Sciences, the National Research Council, the National Science Foundation, and the National Center for Atmospheric Research are clamoring for better data on the boundary layer. They're not saying how these measurements should be obtained. They're just saying we definitely need this data. We can put the change to the research community to come up with the technology to get them. Chilson spent years on ground-based meteorology technologies from radar to SODAR before landing on drones. Hurdles still remain. The FAA is cautious about allowing drones to fly too high or beyond line of sight or overpopulated areas, for instance. But the FAA does offer waivers for research, and his university partnered with Oklahoma State University and the universities of Kentucky and Nebraska on a $6 million 4-year project to develop ways for meteorologists to use UAS. So yes, drones could be predicting our weather in more or less the very near future. 4 years is not that far. If you really think about it. And in other news, where are my Tello fans? Have you heard about the newest Tello that's going to be launched? The Rise Tech and Marvel and Disney are launching Tello Iron Man Edition. DJI's local partner, Rise Tech, has made a name for itself as a manufacturer of drones that are ideal for beginners and well suited to educational purposes. The original Tello launched last year with technological backing from Intel and DJI. The result was a highly capable but incredibly affordable little drone. The Tello was revamped at the end of 2018 in the form of the Tello EDU, a model focused specifically on the ed tech market. With 2019 well underway, Rise Tech is back with another revamp, both in terms of branding and functionality. This time, the startup has collaborated with Marvel and Disney to launch the Tello Iron Man Edition. This new model has a fresh coat of paint inspired by the iconic Iron Man armor and a new flight control app featuring the AI assistant Friday. The new product is part of a promotional push for the latest Marvel Avengers movie out later this month. The Tello Iron Man Edition will be sold in the United States, Canada, and Europe. Just as Tony Stark's Iron Man suit was accompanied by the AI system Friday, the new Tello Hero application includes its own version of this assistant to teach the fundamental skills of flying. Designed to help you learn the basics, the Friday system guides you through training missions as a new recruit of Stark Industries pilot program, with voice instructions for each mission, basic flying techniques, camera operation, intelligent flight modes, and more. The drone can be flown manually or programmed to fly custom flight paths and maneuvers using coding languages such as Scratch, Swift, and Python. The Tello Ironman edition includes DJI's flight control technology, which means stable flying and plenty of interesting autonomous modes. The Ironman themed drone has an HD camera and can snap 5 megapixel photos and 720p video while streaming to a mobile device. One button mode includes Easy Shot, 360 video, and Circle. There are also pre-programmed 8-directional flips and the ability to throw and go. In terms of safety, Tello Ironman comes with soft propellers, propeller guards, a collision detection system, and a low battery protection features. The Tello Ironman edition is available in the DJI store and from official retail partners in the United States, Canada, and across Europe, with an average retail price of around $129. Each Tello Ironman Edition box comes with one Tello Ironman Edition drone, 2 sets of square propellers, 1 battery, a USB charging cable. For expanded control, Tello is also compatible with a GameSeer T1D Bluetooth remote, which is sold separately and is also available for purchase in the DJI online store. For those of you who are interested, yes, I did say Scratch, Sniff, and Python. You didn't hear me wrong. You heard me exactly as I said it. And in other news, Mitsubishi Hitachi launched boiler inspection drones. When compared to Amazon delivery or police operations, power plant boiler inspections via drone may not seem so sexy, but one Japanese company knows such missions can be extremely life-saving. Mitsubishi Hitachi Power Systems Ltd. is bringing drone inspection technologies to check out boilers and similar large-scale indoor structures. The conglomerate plans to offer the industrial-level service starting this month, locating weak spots or areas for repair in that kind of infrastructure could avert several types of industrial and utility disasters. Along with the R&D firm ALI Technologies, the company is developing an autonomous drones following a successful test of manually piloted drones last year. Basic technology verification tests were conducted in September of 2018, and company officials say the tests confirm the capability of autonomous flight without using GPS or other satellite positioning systems. A Mitsubishi statement noted, "The practical application of UAVs using satellite positioning systems is already well advanced, but operational technologies in special environments, such as inside of boilers, has yet to be established, making practical application a breakthrough technology. By developing the drone-enabled power plant inspection technologies and providing advanced after-sales services for power generation facilities, will further enhance stable energy supplies and contribute to a global economic development while lessening the environmental load." Mitsubishi Hitachi Power Systems is a result of a merger of the thermal power generation divisions of Mitsubishi Heavy Industries and Hitachi. Hitachi has already made several major investments in the drone technology. Last year, Hitachi was awarded a contract for the development of the Fukushima Robot Test Field Drone Flight Management System. The Fukushima Robot Test Field is the only test center with a drone operations management function at the Japanese large-scale demonstration laboratory. The goal of the test center is to further advance BVLOS drone flights. Unify and Terra Drone provide the technical UTM backbone to ensure a safe BVLOS drone flight at the test center. Could be life-saving. Who knows? You need a Boilermaker? I understand that. Been a long time since I had a Boilermaker. Who wants to fly this weekend? I know that one does. He always wants to fly. Nothing stops him from flying. But if Mother Nature allows, get outside, put the transmitter in your hand, controller, whatever you want to call it. All depends on what your hobby is. Plaster a smile on your face and enjoy our hobby. Fly, guys, as long as you can. If you can't fly outside, break out one of the little guys, fly inside. If your other half will not allow that, hop on the simulator. There is no excuse not to enjoy our hobby. So, remember, if you're flying, keep your props pointed in the proper position at all times, please. And I'm going to turn around and see what this one back here is doing. True Drone Reviews. Welcome, my dear. Hope you are having a great week. What are you up to now? You're soldering. Gotcha.
I am soldering these
You're soldering.
flight controller back there.
So the Tello is overrated, huh, Brian?
Tell him, OG.
Well, I know you always speak the truth, my dear, but I do know there was a whole lot of hype about it for a long time.
OG, tell him.
He knows.
Save your money, don't buy that bitch.
I thought it was pretty cool looking with the Iron Man color, so. Not that I'm going to get it, but.
Well, I could just take a.
Yeah, you
Paint
can always
marker
paint
from
one. You didn't hear that from me. I'm not suggesting painting a drone to look like that.
Right.
I would never. Ah, that would be my luck, Thomas. Not bring the P4 home and the weather is absolutely beautiful. I tell you what, I'd be finding a way to break back into work and get the drone. Oh, you know he's up to no good. He's always up to no good. I'm just lucky he doesn't have the C formal coating open.
No, I did that earlier today.
Let me tell you, that is some stinky stuff.
Oh, God, it is awesome. Awfully.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Bob. Oh, I'm sure there'll probably be a Princess Tello one of these days. I mean, they do have a few pink drones out there. Or you could always get a custom-made pink drone from Honey Lulu like we did.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta grab a soda.
All right, yeah, I'll put some of that with you. Just make another third cup of coffee.
I never even got my other cup. That was mine.
No, this
Remember, you were supposed to make that for me.
You never said you wanted it.
I love you too.
Snooze you lose.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad thing about Tello. Wi-Fi lag. Axiomatic, welcome. OG, welcome. True Drone Reviews. Who else I miss? I tell you, the only impressive thing I've ever saw with the Tello was Dr. Drone. You could see the trees in this area was like this, leaning over, and the Tello was sitting right there. That's the only thing I've ever saw that I could say, well, that was pretty good. Other than that, everybody else I've heard about it just never had anything good to say about it. Yep, missed protocols, homie. Dag nabbit. Cookies. You eating some cookies? Finally got yourself some cookies, did you? Yeah, I wanted to fly today, get out, and but the wind, I had been flying for the past 4 days, and like the wind, it's getting like boring. And I mean wind, like out there moving you as you're flying, pushing you around. It's like, oh no. And then today it just like drizzled on and off. But that's why I'm C-formal coating like a lot of the stuff now. That way I don't have to worry about that. We had a triple chocolate chip muffin. Whoa. You definitely are sugared up. Now, pink drone, I'd fly a pink drone. Pink, purple, green. Doesn't matter. The color does not matter. The bird will not bother you. He doesn't care what color it is on the drone. I actually went up to the park yesterday, and I go up. Next thing I know, I look over, I see a turkey buzzard. I'm like, I'm on him. The only thing I got off of him because of I didn't want to be over the kids. I was way up, but I still didn't want to be over the kids that were out there playing soccer. So I just pulled off of him and let the bird go. He didn't care. He flew right over top them kids. E-Drone, what's up, brother? E-Drone in the home. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I got some pink props. Do I got any on the wall right now? No. I had pink ones on my 230 Mojo, but I just took them off the other day and put the fan blades on it. It hasn't sold yet. House selling for movies. Yeah, selling a house or buying a house can suck. Unless you have somebody like, I want to buy your house. Like, okay. That sounds good, brother. I'm with you. We need a me go hang out. So, Eric, I'm going to pass the wizard on to RDFPV, and he's going to go into the acro game with it. Because he don't want to bash his pretty quads. So we're going to let him bash the basher. Adams.
Nice studio picture out there again. Until tomorrow.
Okay. So you put them in the fridge now, huh?
No.
Well,
They were
they're
already in the fridge, I thought.
they're setting up by the toolbox. Yeah, right, Plummet. I hear you. You got to watch
E-Drone, hey babe.
The Hawks are okay, but when he goes up, get away from him. He's gonna go in that dive and come down and just take you down.
You owe me breakfast.
Oh. Tell Eric, as long as I owe it to you, you'll always know you got one coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, seagulls, or Bob's right on the seagulls. I had one come after the solo, and I got closer to the ground, and he didn't want nothing to do with it. Yeah, they come in, and the seagulls kind of is a dead giveaway because they'll throw their wings up, put their feet down. You know he's coming in for the dive. Anything else I've messed with, any
Seagulls
birds?
will steal anything, and they will attack anything.
Any other bird I've messed with, they've never come in diving like that. Like I said, the hawk, you can mess with him until you see him go up. When he goes up, he's coming into that dive, and he's just going to take you down. And he will take your drone down, no problem. Which I ain't had none over there in a long time. I kind of want to take that one. Yeah, I hear you. And the turkey buzzard, okay, so like when I'm messing with him, well, he picks on me first, let's say that. So I come out of the woods and I see him flying around the car. I'm like, oh, you're wondering what I'm doing in my car? That's not a problem. I'm getting ready to show you. So that's when I just start trailing them. I found that you have to kind of stay, so if this is the bird, you kind of want to stay kind of back and up on him like this. You want to stay above him, right? Because then it intimidates him to go up. He kind of wants to just stay down the ground. So then what I do is once I get behind him, I'll get a little above him, and I'll just keep going like this. And this kind of like pushing him almost where I want to push him. I mean, he'll stay kind of like this and just keep going like that. And then you can keep your eye on him with the camera, and you know you got him in the footage all the time. When I chased that last one that's on my channel, he and I don't go close to him and to hurt him or anything. Like, people's like, PETA's gonna tear you up and all that. I don't do it to like. I could show you the asshole of him really if I wanted to, but I'm not into all that, right? So I kind of just stay back and I think it's just cool to see something different flying in your footage and all. Vampire 4997, what's up? But that's why I just thought it was cool just to see something else in the footage, you know. I have to look at the I think the bird that I had was, I can't remember if I had a session on it yesterday, but I do have it on the goggles on DVR. If I don't have it on the session, I have to throw that in there. Oh, cool. Yeah, guys, check out Vampire in here. He is actually local. I say local, but well, it's local. It's not.
Hey, he's within 4 hours, so.
Yeah, within 4 hours, that's local. Well, he's in Newcastle, Delaware, I think it is, because first Josh said Newcastle County, but Newcastle, Delaware. I can't wait, man, to meet you like at Nubapalooza and
right,
local enough. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I used to go up there every day for work, Smyrna and all that area. Eric goes up there all day long. We'll have to get together, man. Definitely. Well, Nubapalooza's coming, but definitely get together and do some ripping. That's awesome.
4 hours from us, homie Paul, without involving a boat or a plane, babe. I haven't figured out how to get him in that situation yet.
So you got some spots around you, I'm taking it, right? That's one thing when Eric and all of us go out, we kind of get stuck on spots. Like, where do we want to rip? So we kind of go to like the colleges and things like that. Me, Josh, Withrow, Eric. I say Eric, E-Drone. Got vacation coming 12th to the 19th. What? That's almost here, bro. Your spots are getting boring.
The 19th is 14 days away, so Eric's counting down.
That's kind of like ours, so we'll kind of like show you some new spots and show us your spots, and we'll hit your gaps, you hit our gaps. But no, it's a good time getting together. So do you have anybody else you get together with, Vampire? Like anybody in your area or within? Yeah, he said Middlestown. He is in the UK, Vampire. Boom, 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 boom. Philly, bye. Wait a minute, Thomas, you're Philly, Philly, Thomas, huh? Thomas, Philly.
Thomas is closer to Hershey.
I know. Chrissy, because you were in Philly. I was just in South Philly 2 weeks ago. You should have come down there.
I know where Thomas is.
I saw Mr. B come up. So, rumba, 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 rumba. Hey, as small as Mr. B is, we wouldn't have had to walk the bud plant, bro. You could have drove us through there. Yeah, right. He sucks at calling people. Well, we tried to get up with him. Josh, stays in communications with him, and he had 2 concerts that night, so that's understandable. He's out running around all night and flying the quads like, nah. But I think we're going up on Nubapalooza and kind of bumping into him, Joe Stan, the Philly crew. It was a nice spot, man. Real nice spot. Have you been there, Vampire, at the bud plant? Eric was turning it up there. Caution, I didn't see it in your footage yet. I know you got footage. You're holding back. I told Russell about you ripping balls up there. He's like, I seen him do some flips and all, but he didn't realize that he's holding back. He's got some footy.
Thomas says he's right in between the 2 P's. Philly and Pittsburgh.
Right in between the 2 P's. I thought I run into Brian up there. I looked across and thought I saw his condos, and I'm like, what? Let me call him, because if that's him, we would have had to make our way across. I've been like, you see the drone? I'm gonna start heading your way.
And you do know that old saying about the way a
I know, Plum. I was hoping to meet you guys. I was hoping to rip some balls with Plummet.
You will one of these days.
I know. And eventually I'm going to get to where I don't like to travel myself. So if I can get in a car and drive, I'm good. Almost hit by the leg once. Oh shit.
No. Read what Thomas said about his new
Coworkers
shocks.
He's stupid. All right, so we
Finish him off with
so we know, guys, when we get around vampire, watch our legs. I almost took myself out vampire. Was it not yesterday? The day before yesterday, I come around myself. Oh man, I felt it, just the hair on
Reaper
the ear
went
come
to
off.
Rampage. Did anybody else get to go to Rampage?
Reaper went to Rampage. RDFPV went to Rampage. Kirk Mayberry went to Rampage.
Yeah, get up with her.
Somebody else was it? I know, right, Eric? Kind of wish it was on a better
He
note,
said
but
no, he crashed and his quad rolled all the way to his car.
it wanted him. It's like,
Thomas said, what you printing?
I'm printing these guys here. They're kind of like, they go, I think they're made to be like some kind of skid or something. I'm just doing it for shits and giggles. But yeah, so it goes there. So that's what I'm printing. And I know I gotta put something under here because I coated the frame and the ESC with C-formal coating, but I think I still would feel comfortable, I guess, with something underneath of that. Because my luck, the movement will just move, and all of a sudden, fire! And I just had one of those a couple days ago, so we don't need no more of those. Yeah, this was supposed to be a Stingy V1 frame, but it's the Puda D240 frame. Still a nice ride. Got racecraft motors on it. Very, very fast. It had a lot of growl in the arms with the motor. They were just hard mounted right to the frame itself. So I put some soft mounts in there and then doing everything in that orange. So
Reaper's yelling, fire!
no, Fire Reaper. That was scary. I ain't gonna lie. Plug in that 4S and that ESG, yeah, I can't talk. ESC just won't boom, fire out like this. I'm like, ah. First thing, it's intentional just to throw it. I mean, no one's just gonna stand there. Oh, let me get the battery. That thing's on fire. I'm getting it out of my hands. All right, Kenny, appreciate you, brother. Be good.
What are you doing, Acro?
Oh, did you have this frame? Did you break it? Or is it still in good shape? Or it seems pretty tough. Like I said, the specs are on. I know the carbon is better. You know, this X-Hover frame, obviously, because it costs you more. But the only difference is right here, these little, they're round, and on the Stingy, they're hex, and then you got X-Hover written onto the top plate. But this thing's completely C-formal coated. I coated the frame and all, just for shits and giggles. And I mean, everything's probably got like 10 coats of C-formal coating on it, so it should be able to go in some water and come back out, I think. As long as the antenna doesn't go under and doesn't lose its RF, should be good to go. I think. We're going to find out. Put the antennas on the tube and stick them up. Because Winter Place only has that little bit of water right there. It did last a while. Cool beans. Well, I'm out of my, I say out of destruction stages because I was terrible. One day I went all the way down this wall and just broke everything. Just come in, chuck it on the table, grab another one, go out, smash it in the ground. I was like, okay, I can't do that no more. Submarine that beast, right? Put the antenna, long ass antenna onto it. Be under scuba diving with a 5-inch. But no, we have that, like I said, Winter Place. It's only like, I mean, it's not deep at all. Probably that deep at the most. You got the same idea. So that's what I'm going to do. So you can get the X-Hover arms for, I think, $10 and some change. So I want to get that. I'm going to do that and then replace them all 4 with them and just be done with it. That's normally what you're going to break anyway. Unless you do the punch up and then invert and punch down like I did one time and not flip it back over fast enough. Then that kind of top plate and bottom plate don't like that. Is that him back there? Watch him. He's on the wires.
No, he's on my box.
Okay.
He's on my craft box.
We'll just watch him.
The coffee filters are in there.
He doesn't know what to get into.
You want a coffee filter? Come on.
That's probably what he's going after, the filters.
Here.
FPV submarine. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? And I just got that. I haven't had that long enough to bounce it off the ground yet, so I can't say about the durability yet. But them arms definitely, the arm guards definitely help. Like the TPU, I've hit my TBS Source 1 when I first got it, no TPU work at all, hit the ground, the arm exploded. Then I went up E-Drone's house after I get it all back up and running and bounce it off the asphalt right in front of his house. But it did bounce in
wasn't
there.
there for that one.
That thing was like a ball. It was like, boom, and lands out in the field, ejects the battery and all. Actually, me and Eric did pretty good, knock on wood, together. When we went to Long Island and Philly,
Yeah, I was a little worried.
we did not break nothing. I broke a prop. Broke a CLI or a CL1 already. Uh-oh.
I just wanted attention. That's all you wanted.
Oh, that would be cool, Vampire.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. I'll give you something for him. I might have something you might need. All right, Baduga, you going to put Dancing Baby down for the night? Getting late. Appreciate you hanging out, Lewis. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, here I haven't, like I said, normally going on like when we meet up and stuff, just because you know how you push yourself when you get around people. I'm finding that I'm not doing that much anymore, which is good. Just fitting in and just flying, having a normal time. And I think it's just the adrenaline of the drones that drive you to do that. But usually me and Eric get together, we're coming back with something needs repaired, and it was cool not to have to do that. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. That you come to the right place then, because all of us, this is the whole community for the drone network. That's exactly how we feel. FPV, NoobTube, all of us. That's how we feel. Help each other out. Like I said, I do 3D printing, so if you need some help there,
Well,
if you don't do any.
Let me step back to my old roots. I am the chat moderator as well as the news lady for the drone network.
Yes.
I do keep everything running. So yeah, the big brother in the background, that's kind of the perfect
Cool,
definition. But let me tell you this. Welcome to the family, baby. And I don't say that lightly. Everybody that's in this chat right now is family. These guys have all helped each other out, knowledge-wise, parts-wise, whatever. But let me officially welcome you to the Drone Network family.
Yep, she keeps everything moving smooth. And
it's a full-time job with this one.
And it's awesome to have her as a wife, because without her on my team, let me do all this, it wouldn't be possible. And I put my full attention into the drones.
Yeah.
I'm passionate as hell.
Chris is a full-time drone addict.
Yeah, I have to admit that. I said I only need like probably 10 more and I'll be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some wall space up there, but then they won't get to see them.
Yeah, I feel like, because I do green screen too, and I put a green screen up here one time, and they're like, nope, man, we want to see the wall. We don't want to see no green screen. I'm like, all right, I understand that. Mark Dale, welcome.
Crash and spark flying, babe.
I love seeing the crash videos. I actually watch them.
Love you, Ed.
Prop head, not addict. Yep, there you go, Baduga. Right, prop head.
He's something, Baduga. You know that.
Just stick props all over him.
He's definitely something.
Yeah, Ed's grandpa.
Nuh-uh, Birdman. Stewie took down his wall, so Chris now has the only wall.
Yeah, Stewie is moving, so right now...
Chris is king of the wall.
I got it. Just for a little bit, because when Stewie comes back, he's probably going to have, like...
He's going to have a room.
I'm like, no, I still have so much further to go now.
Oh no, airplanes are bigger. I mean, he got into the wing a little, and you see how much room that takes up.
Airplanes left. You and your airplanes, like, well, okay. Yeah, I got, like I said, so we go to the multi GP. Robert Rommel runs it. Fun Fly, right?
Yes.
No, what's it?
Well, that's what we're going to very soon.
It's called
hang on. You put me on the spot. But hold on.
I know. I just remembered it. Like I was just telling Ryan it earlier. I remembered anyway. Fly something.
Fly by Quad Racing.
Fly by Quad Racing, yeah. And Robert Rommel runs it, and he's in Denton, Maryland, and he bites us all up. He has a nice little multi GP track there. Oh, it's awesome. I want to get back up there. I've been slacking, meeting up with them guys, so can get back into it. But when I'm just fresh into it. I'm probably like what 9 months into the building and all now. So when I started out, I had like all different gear, and but now I'm all friendly, user friendly.
And about
I call it
9 months in the building. But modifying you've been doing since the beginning. So
when we first met up, I'd have 600 milliwatt VTXs in my bird. You know, couldn't fly with each other at the same time, and I learned so much flying with others. Some lasagna, yeah.
Well, Ed, I'll tell you what, honey. You head up this way, you pick me up, and then we're going to head to the West Coast, and by then that lasagna should be done. And I trust your driving.
You do?
Yeah, I trust Ed.
You remember, he's not always vertical.
I'll hold him up. It's okay.
I'm not sure tonight. This is, well, this is, like I said, the drone network we normally do. Yeah, we usually do 7 to 9, so probably around 9-ish. Keep it like the normal time. This is the first time I had it here on my channel. Normally I'd co-host with Captain Cook, but he's running night work, so I got it over here on my channel, and we're gonna run it for a little bit. But yeah, probably the same 7 to 9. Hold like the same normal time. Try to keep it in order. 9 is tequila time. Hey.
And then we're back on tomorrow afternoon at 4.
Yeah, we'll come back on tomorrow at 4. And normally that's when, like last Saturday, we were over in the field out there running around. It was windy, but the race gates, we had some race gates set up, but they were all like laying over. But we try to like do some live streaming. Like if we go to that multi GP track I was telling you, Crystal will live stream up there while we're doing it and all. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You'll be flying tomorrow at 4. I'm hearing you. I will be getting mine in before 4 or afterwards. Loving the daylight, staying light longer. But yeah, man, we have to get together and fly for sure. I love like getting away, and it's awesome because I fly like winter place here. I really haven't went out and really pounded my area for spots, but flying or driving like 2 hours or whatever, I think it's probably hour. Good hour, a little better than an hour where you're at. See, that's cool to like fly or drive places like that and get in different areas and fly, and then you spot things on the way up, then meet in the middle or something like that. That's how we normally do it. But Eric wants to check out, we did check that out, the power plant up there or something. Deltec and Dover, yes, we've flown there. I think that was the good place. We've flown one place that they have a tower there with like the 911 dish onto it. That's a terrible place. Okay, I think that might be the Deltec, might be the bad spot. I'm not sure. There's a couple spots in Dover.
Deltec is where you went.
Deltec, yeah. No, Deltec's no good. Deltec's no good. Run, Josh, and it just happened. Josh used to fly there a good bit, never had issues, but yeah, there's something going on there now with that tower. They dispatch 911 from it now or something. You'll see sometimes on my intros, I'll have a drone that punches off the table. It's E-drone standing there, and Joe, and then Josh is on the other side. You can't see him. Man, the Fly Sky dude, fail safe. It just, my drone come 150 feet. So what happened was I punched off the table, and if you get so high up with FPV, you kind of get out of the loop, if you know what I mean. So I kind of got out. I want black. I can fly line of sight too. So I ripped the goggles off and I'm like this, you know, and I bring it back over to myself. But then it got like probably 75 feet from me, and it was about still 100 feet in the air, and it just stopped, and it just went woo, straight full throttle right to the ground. It was pretty crazy. Deltec station kind of sucks. I hear you. Been to Bend and over. Alvin's crazy. Bending over, huh? But I have to find some spots here around me. There's more spots to fly. Just have to go out and look for them. Crystal, there's a golf course by Crystal's work. Right? Yeah, right, Bob. Depends on who's bending over. Ooh. So that's what I was thinking one day. Put the goggles on, just throw it, send it on the car, and just set in the car and just fly the golf course. They'll be looking around. Where the hell's that guy at? Of course, I do it when no one's around. I say that we flown yesterday at the park when there was like crazy people. So they're playing soccer over here. You know the kids. They're just going to pay attention to it, right? I set the drone down. Next thing you know, I punch up, go up over the trees, out off into the field. Russell said as soon as I did that, the one kid kicked the ball. All the kids went like this. That guy was like, hey. Which, hey, it makes them tougher, right? Because now they're trying to not focus on the drone and pay attention to what he's telling them. So it teaches them a little more, I think. That's how we look at it. Grandma, I heard the pins will be awesome.
Sorry, I know sometimes I have a 5-year-old thinking. I think they all do, Alvin. I think that's why we all get along.
Yep.
You know, we got that little twisted, wicked sense of humor that all just blends well.
With the Delaware.
I brand New Jersey. I gotta love Axio.
No, the Delaware. I don't remember what part of Philly or Jersey we came through. I was lost up there, actually. I was like, Axman coming on strong.
I tried to send Axio signals so he knew where those cookies were, but he didn't find them. No, actually, Acro's out in the hall, John.
Yeah, Ed, you have to watch that. A lot of people will do that. They'll go chasing the car, and people's like, what? They're like, man, that guy's getting hella range. Yeah, until you realize, wait a minute. He's in the car. I want to do it, but I don't. I want to do it, but I want to. I mean, you could do it with a spotter in the car, someone else driving the car. But I'd rather do it on like a empty, just road, kind of like a long, empty back road or something like that.
Country road. I know where some of them are.
Yeah, that way if something happens, you know what I mean? My luck, you go under something that fail safes or something, and it just drops out of the sky. Number one, I'm thinking about my drone because I don't want it to hit the ground. Somebody run it over behind me.
You're a 5-year-old too, John. I love you, babe. That's why I said we're all a little.
Yeah, and you gotta watch them guys. They're slick.
Sense of humor. You know how that goes. So I said, no, Acro's out in the hall. Come on now.
But
I live with MD and I've got Muscle FPV right here. Come on.
Muscle FPV. But Duga did that once. Drove it in the car. He's like, man, I got good range the other day. You gotta watch that video. And Joker was in the car. Like, yeah, no wonder.
Axio, Alvin's eating your cookies.
Uh-oh, that's fighting time. Fighting time, eating them cookies.
Oh my God, they were Samoas. You know I didn't get any Girl Scout cookies. I did not buy any Girl Scout cookies at all this year. I could not find any. Now, Mike Skipper at work brought in a box of Thin Mints, and I helped eat them.
That thing is stuck. on there. When them prints print on them mats, they stick. He said, no. Bob's having the good brownies tonight. Uh-oh.
It's all out of cookies.
Actually, look at my question.
Yeah, he was asking me if Acro was under there.
Yeah, right,
But I told him once, he
Vampire.
said that he was doing it out there.
I'm with you on that. That's Crystal. Be like, you want any Girl Scout cookies? I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, shit. Like, what? How much are they now?
They're $4 a box.
I thought so, and I was like, the one time she went up there and bought like 20 bucks. I'm like, what?
It's a good cause, and they're excellent.
Yeah,
frozen.
good excuse. Actually, it was like, what, 20 bucks for Girl Scout cookies?
That wouldn't last him a day.
He goes around and buys them all. That's why they never made it to Maryland, because they got hit Jersey, and so they just.
No, they were at the dispensary, but I wasn't stopping.
I seen them.
I'm not kidding. The
It was in New
dispensary
York.
right down
I
the
saw
road
it.
from work. They had set up a booth on a Saturday morning that I took Rusty to work, and that place was packed. And I was not stopping to buy Girl Scout cookies.
That's kind of an advantage, I'd say. It's kind of like having a tire shop and throwing nails in the parking lot.
That's what I thought, but
Putting the Girl
I'm
Scout
sure they
cookies
were
right
sold
in the
out quickly.
dispensary parking lot. Well, guess they probably got vending machines inside there too, right?
Homie Paul, I don't want to see Chris driving with goggles on. That's a definite real bad idea. It'd be a short trip for sure.
Well,
And Homie Paul wants it videoed, so he can definitely.
well, over at the
Enjoy.
field where I fly, you know, it's got that dirt road. I did one day set my drone up in the dash and keep my goggles on and drive all the way to the end of that road with it like that, and it was pretty scary driving your car FPV. I'm gonna tell you, it's a little bit different because the drone's not moving and the car is moving. It's like that's kind of odd. But I think moving in the car and driving at the same time, I can't walk and fly. I can take a couple steps, but I can't walk and fly.
I told you he can't multitask.
I think I could sit in the car and watch somebody else drives and I could fly. I think that could happen. Just have to do it on a road with no one around though. Or we'd be upside down like Alvin just put his little emoji. I've grown Girl Scout. He said, yeah, you've grown Girl Scout cookies before? Without the crumbs. Oh man.
You can still have crumbs.
I know you can. That's the best part. Too rainy and cold to be naked tonight. I hear ya. It's I don't know if
Bob's
it's, still,
always naked.
if it's still raining here, but it was
No.
earlier. No. No rain here.
Mommy Paul's gonna put you in the chain gang. He said that's definitely a moving violation.
I hear you, Vampire.
Kind of difficult, huh?
I gotta try it though.
Whoa, Bob said it's hot. So
At least you ain't gotta worry about pushing your right foot down and make the car go faster, right? It's definitely gonna be something challenging. Cause flying, people said sitting in your car and flying is weird. I don't find that too weird. You can't hear the drone. That's pretty weird. But you can. I had to put the earbud in my Fat Sharks the one day. No, that's weird as hell right there. It's kind of like you're on the drone listening to it, and that really throws you off. I'll just crack the window in the car and I can still hear the drone just a little bit. I'm good to go. 74. 74 there, damn. Okay, Richard, that makes sense at the bottom. I can understand that. You like the earbud on the Fat Sharks? And that was the first time I ever did it, so that was why it was freaky to me. Because one time I've flown like a half mile, or not a half mile, quarter mile away from myself. And so I thought I was picking up on the latency because when I would flip it, you know, in the goggles, I'm doing it on the stick and I'm in the goggles and it does what I want it to do. But then you would hear the echo of it. and it kind of felt like it was like a lag for some reason. And that throws me off. So I thought the earbud would come in handy for that, being far away from yourself and listening to it.
Bob's gonna try bike FPV motorcycle.
Oh shit, yeah. You can do it, Bob.
Don't do it, Bob. Don't listen to him.
Freaking homie says R.I.P. Bob. Your video sucks to go real far. Well, I fly in a big open field too, so that kind of helps things. But I've been a good ways out there with the just race drone, just see what it would do. That would be cool. Take like this little thing and then eventually put like crossfire on it and send this little thing way, 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 way from you. Or an L9R somewhere is on there. Like, whoa, a little tiny thing. Of course, when you take them far away from you and something happens, that's just a long hell of a walk to find them.
FPV equals exercise. I don't care who you are.
Crossfire equals exercise.
I agree with
Exercise.
Vampire.
And this little thing, you put
Crossfire
GPS
too
on
pricey.
it. Yes, I'm with you on that. I bitch about a freaking what $15 XM Plus. I know I would cry over a $31, $32 Crossfire receiver.
Don't even think about trying that shit.
I'm
like you did
thinking
before.
30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Jesus, no. Unless I make a deal with someone's like, man, I'm getting out of that thing. I got like 900 receivers. Yep, let me get a couple of them from you.
I don't do TBS.
Yep, I do only in certain situations. If I have like this here, this Rotorex, like I said, it had the Calibre V1 into it, and I want to run 5S onto it, so I got the V2 stack. But I hate dealing with them myself, to be honest with you. But on certain things, they're the only ones that sell some things. I like the Unify Pros and stuff, the TBS. They work, but the money, I don't like it. But,
I don't like how long it takes to get here.
Yeah, and it does take forever to get stuff from Hong Kong. So that's why I thought when I was going after that stack, I'd get it from like Amazon Prime, but it wasn't. No one else had it but Trappy. Took me at least 10
I bet you I
minutes
could
to
actually
find
ship
my
my
crash.
if anything I bought TBS, I could probably ship it to Richard, and he would get it faster and be able to ship it to me before it would ever get here from TBS.
I'm sure. I guarantee it. I'm with you on that, Vampire. Well said. I'm just confused on you're not, let's say, 100% honest with customs. That's why shit takes forever to get to you. And what upsets me is this thing was $125, and on the receipt it just says $52. Now, I'd like to pay $52 for it. I'm just kind of figuring, can I get my other Tramp? Yeah, I got all the way. I got a couple Tramps. I got the 230 Mojo's got a Tramp in it. All the immersions, of course. I'm running a Mach 1 or Mach 2 in the Stinger. I know I'm not too happy with the Mach 2 yet neither. But the way it's wired in there, they did wire it to a 5-volt pad. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire it to the capacitor full voltage, send it to it. Oh, you said a Mach 2 is okay? All right, cool. Yeah, like I said, I think it's just the 5 volts. When you throttle up, you get a little bit of lines in it. I found when you're really hard onto them, the 5 volts kind of goes a little under power, and then you start having issues, breakups and stuff. These have two of my throwbacks new. Right, I hear you, Richard. Yes, exactly, Vampire. That's what I do. I believe in doing your cameras like that. If your camera can handle the voltage of what you're using, whatever S you're using, 4, 5, 6S or whatever, as long as it can handle it, wire it straight into it. Because what a lot of people don't realize, is your flight controllers. They have milliamp hours also. So if you have like say whatever ports on there, and you're putting like 5 volts to the camera, then some people feed their VTX 5 volts. That's just I don't understand that. But because you know the 5 volt Unify, I'm pointing this because I had one sitting up here last night and I broke in half and threw away. It just sucks balls. It just doesn't put enough power into it. So when you're running 5 volts to it, you're depriving it of power, I think. So I'm gonna wire it up that way. That's what I'm doing when I got it all apart over there. Oh yeah, right. The 5 volts off the VTX itself. That's normally what I'll do. I'll do that, and I'll run. Sometimes I'll run it right from the VTX to there, or I'll run it right to the power. Another thing I found is put all your grounds on the same, and it kind of keeps things more.
He is so spoiled.
Without having noise into it. You know what really puzzles me? Why, when you put caps on it, you take all the necessary precautions? You seem like you have more motor noise and stuff than the ones that you don't run with capacitors and stuff. Like I'll run, you know, the beta, you know, smart audio and all that through the boards if they got it, set it up that way. It all seems to run fine, but then it's like, which one is it? It's this one here. There's a cap and everything on it. And the footage is terrible on it. When you throttle up, the harder you throttle up with this guy, it just sends lines right through. The flight controller is not soft mounted. It's mounted with the Nylons right now. I'm going to go in and do all soft mounts. And I want to change this. I don't like the way that power lead comes out the side there. That's just tempting to be broke off. And I will break it for sure. But yeah, and this one's got the cap and all. So I'm not sure what the deal is. It's got a, I think it's probably Eachine VTX. It's got a junk VTX. So that could very well be the problem too. And it's got some two-way tape. It's not touching the carbon and whatnot.
He was on the kitchen table.
What?
Yes. All the way over. Had knocked the basket down. I mean, he was clean on the other side of the kitchen table.
That's why I put the fan on the condo, because I thought that in case he got up there to the cord off of it.
No, he wanted dinner.
He just had it. He had dinner earlier, I give to him.
Well, he was hungry again.
He wanted more. Hell yeah, VTX of main power, for sure.
I said he is so spoiled.
Well, all right, guys, it is 9:03, and I'm going to go ahead and end this. I appreciate you guys spending time hanging out with us.
Destroy everything again.
Yeah, our bunny, we have a house bunny, and he just gets into everything when we're live streaming. He's ornery, just as all our fur babies are.
Ornery Acro.
But I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you for stopping by.
We'll see you guys
And
tomorrow.
nice meeting you in here, Vampire. I know I met you at the Noob Tube, but appreciate you coming over, man. Like I said, we have to fly together. That'd be cool. All of us get together and do some ripping. But all right, you guys
Love
be
you
good.
guys.
Thank you, Richard.
See y'all tomorrow.
Appreciate your time. You guys be good. Get them birds in the air. Don't let Mother Nature stop ya. Mother Nature didn't come in tonight, did she?
No.
Mother Nature, where you at? Look, he'll pop in now. All right, guys. I'll see you guys. Appreciate it.
Later, guys.
Bye, Axio. Everyone, send your car Axio or your Phantom. No, you don't have a Phantom. You have a Mavic. That's right. I know. All right, Ed. Later.